If you like Baroque music, you probably already have a good grasp of ornaments. If you don't like Baroque music, or you don't know if you like Baroque music or not, you're about to have a lot of fun. Ornaments are a lot of fun. Basically, take any note, ornament it. Trill, gruppetto, go up and down, a mordent, a turn, anything where you're going around the note that is the actual melody note, and then coming back to it. That's your ornamentation in what we're talking about today. So let's pick a song. Let's do 192. He died, the great Redeemer died. Okay, so I just added a little turn there. I could add a turn earlier in between great and Redeemer. He died, the great Redeemer died. And then I'm going to add a passing tone. Don't worry about the names. Sorry, I shouldn't be using the names right now. But added more ornaments there if we really wanted to. And Israel's. Sorry, I'm in the wrong key. Just a minute. And so forth and so on. So I'm just going up and below the melody note. If, as in the case of this piece, it actually often works out quite well this way, just because of how music is written. It's kind of nice. Hope I'm looking upside down and now I'm having trouble seeing it. Deny the great. This is a third, right, from the G to the E. So going above the G, down to the G, down to the F, and down to the E, that's a total 1, 2, 3, 4 eighth notes, which is how many eighth notes fit in a half note. So it sets you up perfectly to go from here above, down, down, to the and still land on the E in time for the piece. You may try things and they don't land up in time, and then you can decide, well, do I want to keep going even though it doesn't actually end on time? Do I want to change my rhythm of my ornament a little bit so that it does? So let me show you what I meant with that G up and down. If I do a little turn like that, and here, for example, Israel's daughters, okay, we have Israel's daughters. That is an imitative phrase. It's almost a sequence. Don't worry about the word, sorry. From this, the B to the A, and then in the next measure, it starts with a D to a C, and that's a slurred two-note figure, which we often think of as being like a strong and a weak figure. Strong, weak, strong, weak. Those imitate each other, they really do. And so if you do something to the first one, you should probably do either the same thing or the opposite thing to the second one. So for example, here we go, Israel's. I'm gonna go up first. And so I went up on both of those. I could go up on one and down on the other. And Israel's daughters. So that's what I mean by opposite. If I went up, I would go down, or I would stay the same. I would go up both times or down both times. I would not do a completely new ornament. I would not, for example, go... That's actually a roll, which it's debatable whether it's an ornament or not. Or I would not do that doesn't fit at all. So think about that kind of the structure of the piece when you're doing that, and you don't have to know the names of the structures. Does this sound like the part before it? Well, then I should treat it similarly to the part before it. Try lots of ornaments. Ornaments usually are more effective on the melody line when we're dealing with hymns. You can play around with them in the left hand, but I like them better on the melody line at least.